Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class, online class. Um, Yesterday we have seen half of the chapter in which we have discussed about embarrassment. It can be anything, right? Um, Embarrassment we can feel anywhere with any kind of situation. Okay, so we'll take a quick recap of what we have seen yesterday, and later we'll discuss the rest of the chapter and we'll complete the chapter. Okay. So yesterday we have seen Zen, who was a schoolgirl. She got an envelope with her PE teacher. Okay, he had given this letter to every student and told this could only be opened by their parents. And it was written that all the students are going to practice football lessons by the next 2 weeks, and they have to come with the old t-shirt, a pair of shorts and socks, and they had to buy a new shoes also. But Zen was quite worried that whether his father will choose a correct football shoes or not. She was quite worried about it. And after that they had visited the market and they went for buying that shoes. They had gone to many big shops also, but they cannot find the shoes the proper fit, and they could not afford the shoes also because the prices was really high. So they had seen one shop in their way where the shoes were selling, and it told about the shoes that nowhere they can find the shoes like here, and it has just a right pair for you and the right kind to learn the kicker ball well. Okay, like this he convinced the Zen father and Zen to buy the shoe. Now we'll continue the chapter. A perfect fit. A perfect fit. I wish they were real football shoes. Now Zen is thinking that it must be a very real football shoes, or unless she will lose the match. It's Monday afternoon. The class is waiting for their first lesson, but Zen doesn't want to wear her shoes because Zen was not sure whether this shoes is perfect for the practice or not. Now Zen PE teacher is telling, okay, class, there's a box of shin pads. Find a pair that fit you, then put on your football things and report to the field. Hurry. Now the PE teacher told them to take a box of. They have to take the pads, find a pair, and they have to report in the field hurriedly. Get in line, everyone, the PE teacher telling to the students. Your shoes are just like me. Your shoes are just like me. A student of Zen's friend is telling. Yes, and the same as Pam's and Tashi and Shirley's. Now we all have the same shoes what you have worn, Jen. 5 children in similar shoes. This must be a record. Okay. And we all live on the back street. We all live in a back street and we have the same pair of shoes, very similar. Then you must all play for the same team. You can be the backstreet heroes. Now, please, the students who want the same kind of shoes, they should be in a one team and they should play as the backstreet heroes. Now they are in the same group. Zen's friend, Pam, Stacy, and Shirley's and Zen, they were all in the same group because they have worn same kind of shoes, and they are also from the back street. Backstreet is a place, okay. The Backstreet Heroes win the match. The Backstreet Heroes win the match. The heroes are the champions, and Zen, you have already scored 5 goals. You are the best now. The children who won the similar kinds of shoes, who were from the back street, they won the match, and they were the champions too. And the PE teacher congratulated Zen because she has scored 5 goals. She has scored 5 goals. Zen cleans her new football shoes in her backyard. I will become a FIFA hero. Yes, I will. Now she is telling herself that yes, I did it. I achieved it today. And now one day I'll become a FIFA hero. So, from this story, we could understand that the things, the materials, the attractive materials doesn't matter. The only thing what matters, what Zen's father also told that only a hard working and intelligence works. Only a hard work and intelligence matter. Here you can see costly shoes don't make great footballers, Jen. Hard work and intelligence too means the materials, the things does not matter. The only thing what matter is hard work and the intelligence. If you will do the work, means if you will hard work and with the intelligence, you can means you can achieve something in your life. Now, next we'll discuss the topic that is vocabulary, in which we are going to learn about the verbs and the noun. Words that are both verbs and noun. Means we are going to see that the word which is both verbs and nouns. Now let's see. Look at these. Look at these words. Two times it is written. Okay. Look at these words from the story. Can match. These words are both verbs and noun. For example, um, cross. Cross is a verb. How? We crossed the road. We crossed the road. And the second one is cross noun. It is like angry. The priest carried a cross in his hand. Means it is talking about the plus sign. You must have seen the Christian people, the priest who is living in the church carrying a cross in his hand. Okay, so both are pronounced equally, similarly, and in both you can see it is placed, one is placed on the place of verb and one it is placed as a noun in a sentence. Okay, so you can easily identify whether the word is verb or noun. Loot, verb. The robbers looted the bank. Okay, but loot a noun. It is used in the second sentence as a noun. They ran away with the loot. With the loot before the guard could raise the alarm. You can see here the loot is used as a noun in this sentence, and in the means above sentence you can see the robbers looted, it is used as a verb in the sentence. Okay, now you're getting, remember nouns are naming words and verbs are the word that usually show action. One verb is showing actions, and noun which tells about means it is a naming word which tells about a person, place, animals or things, right? So it is very easy to identify. Question them. Whenever you are finding a verb or a noun, just question it. If you will question it, that whether it is naming a word, means it is showing the name of a person, place, animal or thing, then it will be a noun. And if it is showing an action, then it must be a verb. Okay, hide. It is used as a verb in this sentence. I am hiding means it is showing an action. But in the second sentence, animals' right activists are protesting the use of hide. Means here hide is used as a noun. It is expressing things about. Means it is expressing about a thing. The use of hide, or in making fashion accessories. Okay, can, verb. Can as a noun also. Can in a sentence it is used as a verb, means it is showing an action, like she is canning the strawberries, packing them in cans. Okay, it is placing the cherries and the strawberries in a can. But in the second sentence you can see can, it is used as a noun. I want a can of soda. I want a can means it is, again it is telling about a thing. A can, a thing means it is probably a noun. Okay. So in the following sentences, you have to underline the noun and circle the verb. One is done for you. Okay. We will camp at the foothills near that old fishing camp. Okay, in the two words is given there. Okay, same word is given. You have to find which one is a noun and which one is a verb. Okay, you have to underline the nouns and you have to circle the verb. Okay, in a second sentence, they fish huge fish with simple nets. Okay, now you have fish in this sentence. Which one is verb and which one is noun? You have to identify it. Okay, so they fish huge fish means first fish is verb. You have to circle it. They fish there, it is verb. And huge fish, it is telling about a fish, a thing, and you can underline it. You might means you can do it by yourself. I know that. I have one is done for you, second one I had done, and 3 4 5 6 you have to do it by yourself. If you have any kind of problem, you can ask me. And yes, last week we have seen adjectives in our grammar part, so it won't be a very means difficult for you to understand. So we'll take a quick recap for this so that you will be able to memorize all the things what you have seen in the last week. Words that describe a noun or pronoun are called adjectives. They give us more information about the noun or pronoun they describe about. Means it is describing about a noun, how it looks, where it is, um, like this. So when it tells more about noun or pronoun, it means adjective tells about more about noun or pronoun they describe about. Read the following sentences based on the graphic story. Okay. We will get a pair of those colorful shoes. Jen cleans her new football shoes. Look at the italicized italicized word. Colorful describes the appearance of the shoes. Yes, colorful shoes means it is telling about the shoes, how it looks. It is colorful. And new describe the quality, how means the football shoes, it is a new, the quality it is showing, right? These are adjectives. There are different kinds of adjectives. You know about different kinds of adjectives. We have seen adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, demonstrative adjective, possessive, interrogative, and the number is very easy to identify. You can see 1 2 3 first many. These are the numbers. Okay, so old, Indian, funny, these are the quality. A few, some, a lot. Quantity, these are the uncountables one, right? Number, they can be countables. This usually I think countable and uncountable. They can means quantity and number both can come for countable also, uncountable also. Okay, I'll give a difference between them. How we can identify quantity and number. Demonstrative, you means it is very easy to identify. Interrogative also, and possessive also. I have given 7 kinds of possessive adjectives too. Types of adjective. Adjective of quality, that tells about the quality of persons, things, or place. They can describe like age, nationality, quality, sizes, color, shapes, feelings, and what things are made up of, and the judgments. These are the things on which you can identify the adjectives which we call it. Okay. Adjective of quantity, that tells us how much of a thing we are talking about, means how much thing we are talking about, how much thing we are talking about, like a few people, some money, a lot of space, means how much. And adjective of number, that tells us how many people, things, places we are talking about. In adjective of quantity we are talking about how much, and adjective of number we are talking about how many. Demonstrative adjective, they use to point out, right? Interrogative, they use to interrogate, like what, which, and whose. Possessive, they tells us something or someone belongings to, like his feet, her bike, their home, my, and it is very easy, right? So read the following extract from a newspaper and underline as many adjectives you can. You have to underline the adjectives from this paragraphs what is given here. Okay, and after that you have to list all the adjectives, means five adjectives, at least five adjectives you underline in the exercises above, and mention the type. You have to first one is done for you, and you have to do B C D E. You have to complete this by your own. I can't help in, but you have any kind of problem you can ask me. So this is all about today. Some of the things are given in the assignment also. You, what you have to do is to take a quick means you have to take the adjective seriously, because this is already discussed in the last week in the grammar part, and here it is also. Then I think there will be no confusion while identifying adjectives. Okay, so all the best, and do this exercise, read the following extract, and now you have to add adjectives in this boxes, and you have to tell which kind of adjective they are. Okay, so have a good day.